You're really pretty.
Oh, thank you. You guys too.
Thanks. So, what are you doing for lunch?
Nothing planned.
You should totally have lunch with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh my god, guys, did you hear about the new election? Yeah. I'm totally gonna run for it.
Oh, Claire's wanted to run since grade 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll back out if you want me to.
No, it's okay. I love competition. We'll see who the real winner is here.
Oh, that sounds good. I like a little competition myself.
Well, good luck.
Hey,
Yeah, you do need luck. I mean, you're the new girl, so.
Anyways, guys, I gotta go to my teacher. Gotta ask her some questions.
Bye.
See you next period.
Are you kidding me? She wants to run for president? Dude, I've been wanting to run for president since grade 9, and you know I need to get into Ivy at Western.
Don't worry, Claire. You're gonna win. Trust me.
I better win. I mean, if I think about it, I'm popular, I'm cool, I'm smart. Obviously, I'm gonna win. But I swear, if she does win, I could just strangle that girl.
Okay.
Oh my god, guys, I'm actually so happy I won. I can't believe I won.
I'm so happy for you.
I just knew you would win. I hope it's cool between us.
Yeah, totally.
Guys, let's go to our spot and celebrate.
Oh my god, Charlie gave me his card for the weekend. So let's go.
Oh, it smells like...
Oh my gosh, the semi-formal's coming up and I'm gonna get the cutest little dress ever.
I was thinking of wearing that black dress that I have from American Apparel.
Ooh, your boy's gonna love it.
Yeah, I was thinking of like a maroon dress.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Super pretty. Guys, I'm gonna go get some drinks from the car.
Sounds good. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm actually so happy I won that election. Like, I actually can't believe it.
Your speech in front of the whole school was so good.
Oh my god, can you just shut up already?
Ow! What the hell? Why'd you hit her? What was that for? What the hell's your problem?
stop! Are you kidding me? What did you do? She deserved it. You
Do that, you're crazy. It's just a stupid election.
She deserved it.
She's dead.
No, I don't care.
You killed her.
Whatever. I'm just
What are you
wiping the
doing?
blood now.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna get into university. I'm gonna go to jail.
Oh my god!
life is over.
Relax, Ashlyn. We're just gonna make up some story that we were doing homework at your house or something. I don't care. If the police ask, that's what we're saying.
Oh my god, my life is
Okay,
over.
relax. The police will never find out what we did. Okay, let's just take Charlie's car and drive it back to his house, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, relax, Ashlyn. It's just a dead girl, not
Just
like
a
anything.
dead girl?
Okay,
She's our friend.
let's go. She's not our friend. What are you saying?
Our tire print analysis was done by taking a video of the surrounding area. The tire was then rolled into the snow, muddy conditions so we could further see the imprint that it made. The imprint was then matched to the two suspects' tires, Charlie and Ashley. We outruled Ashley because Charlie's tread matched perfectly with the imprint made.
Once we arrived at the crime scene, our priority was to collect as much evidence as possible. This included lifting any fingerprints from the crime scene that we could do. To do so, black powder was dusted everywhere on and in the car where fingerprints may have been. Then, any fingerprints that appeared were photographed and lifted using clear adhesive tape. The tape was then placed on a white piece of paper to be preserved for further analysis, investigation, and comparison. There were 3 clear fingerprints that were found at the crime scene. As a result, fingerprint samples were taken from each of the 4 suspects, as well as the victim, in order to help compare and identify who the fingerprints may have belonged to. These samples, as well as the samples from the crime scene, were sent to a lab to be looked at by a fingerprint technician. After further analysis of the fingerprints under a microscope, the ridges and fingerprint patterns were recorded, and it was discovered that fingerprint 1 matched Claire's fingerprint, seeing as they both had the radial loop pattern within their fingerprints, which is a loop pattern that flows towards the thumb. Fingerprint 2 was found to belong to Ashley's fingerprint, seeing as they both had the spiral whirl pattern within their fingerprints. Finally, fingerprint number 3 was identified as belonging to Stephanie, seeing as they both had the simple arch pattern, which is a smooth flow of ridges that runs from one side of the finger to the other with a rise or wave in the center. Although Samantha also had the simple arch pattern in her fingerprint, she had a mix between the tented arch as well, which ultimately was not identical to the fingerprint found. Charlie was also immediately excluded, seeing as he had the press whirl pattern, which did not match any fingerprints found at the crime scene. Once the murder weapon was discovered at the crime scene, blood was identified on the handle as well as the head of the knife. Pictures were taken of the knife that contained the bloodstains. A small sample of the dry blood was swabbed, packaged, and analyzed in order to create a DNA profile. As well, samples from the victim and suspects were collected to further allow for the matching of the blood. Seeing as there was evidence found at the crime scene, such as hair strands and fingerprints tying Claire and Ashley there, they became the prime suspects in the investigation, and so their blood samples were taken in order to try and identify the other mystery blood at the crime scene. At the lab, the blood samples were all mixed with the anti-A serum, anti-B serum, and anti-rhesus serum. The blood was left to sit for 5 minutes and then looked at again. When clumping occurred, it was recorded and the blood type of the individual blood samples were discovered. According to the blood samples collected at the crime scene, drawn from the 3 prime suspects and later on tested and compared, it was discovered that one of the blood types found at the crime scene was blood type B negative, seeing as clumping only occurred with the anti-B serum, and the other was AB positive, seeing as it clumped with all 3 serums. As predicted, one of the blood samples found belonged to Stephanie, the victim, and through investigation it was discovered that the second blood type was AB positive, which happened to match Ashley's blood type, seeing as Claire's was blood type A positive, and therefore did not match any of the blood samples found.
We did our hair analysis by getting a clean glass slide. We then put clear nail polish all over the length of the width of the cover slip. Slowly, then we put the hair onto the slide. We wait for it to dry for 10 minutes to remove. The cuticle was brought under the microscope and we sketched it under high power. Then we created a table to compare the 4 qualities. Samantha had an absent to no visible medulla. Her color was dark brown and the cuticle was thick. We thought that her hair wasn't found in the car. Stephanie had an interrupted few short breaks in her medulla. The color was light brown, her cuticle was medium, and we thought it matched suspect 1. Claire, continuous, had no breaks in her medulla. Her color was medium brown, and the cuticle was medium. We thought it matched suspect 2. Ashley, fragmented, few parts of medulla visible. Her color was blonde, and the cuticle was medium. It matched suspect 3. Charlie, interrupted, few short breaks in his medulla. His color was black, and his cuticle was thick. We thought it matched suspect 4.
To analyze the evidence, soil samples were taken from the crime scene where the body was discovered, as well as from the tires of the car and 2 other areas in the city. Soil is almost like a fingerprint because each type has its own unique properties, such as color, texture, and soil property. The soil color of the samples collected were typed using a Munsell color chart, which specifies colors based on color dimensions, hue, value, and chroma, which is the color purity. The relative proportion of sand, silt, and clay found in a given soil determines soil texture. Texture refers to the size of the individual soil particles or grains. Therefore, the texture and proportion of sand, silt, and etc. were analyzed and recorded. Structure is another soil property. This explains if soil is composed of single-grain particles or not. Some soils are composed of single-grain particles, while others may include calcium carbonate, iron, or organics, which hold the soil particles together. These particles stick to each other to form different shaped beds or clumps, such as blocky or platy, that occur within the soil. Single-grain soils lack peds, while blocky peds are small multi-grain conglomerates. Platypeds are flat, sheet-like conglomerates, and single-grain soil lacks peds. Based on the analysis made for all these properties with all of the samples, a match was ultimately made to the soil at the crime scene. From first inspection, all three soil samples look and feel alarmingly similar. All three were dark in color, however varying in hues, with the same grainy texture and consistency. However, through further analysis, it was discovered that soil sample number 2 in fact matched the soil from the crime scene, seeing as the texture and structure were truly the same, whereas the texture and structure of soil sample number 1 and number 3 ended up being slightly sandier with a thinner consistency.
Hello sir, I'm Detective Matthew Chomanai. So I'm just here today to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Alright, so I work for the FBI. Do you know why you're here today?
Is it about Stephanie?
It is. So where were you the night Stephanie was killed?
I was in Alberta visiting my aunt.
Alright, and do you have an alibi for this?
I have the plane ticket for the trip.
Do you have it here? Would I be able to see it?
I think I might have it in my wallet.
That'll help. Alright. So what was your relationship with the victim?
Me and Stephanie dated for like 2 years, but like if you're thinking it's me, like I'd never do something like that to her, and I could never kill Stephanie.
So nothing happened, there was no argument?
No, we never fought or anything like that.
Okay, so can you explain why the murder weapon was found in your trunk?
I gave the keys to my girlfriend while I went off to Alberta, but like again, like I have no involvement in this crime. Like I've never do anything to be involved with.
That's fine. I'm just asking questions here. So the dirt from the crime scene was found on your tires. Do you know why that got there? Were you driving in the area?
I already told, like I don't know how she died. Like I haven't found out anything. I just know my car got taken out, and I don't know by who.
Those are all the questions we have for you right now, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hello, I'm Detective Matthew Chomanai here with the FBI. So, I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Do you know why you're here today?
Yes, my best friend died.
And what was your relationship with the victim?
Steph was one of my best friends. We became so close since she moved here.
And do you know anyone who might have wanted to hurt Stephanie?
No. Everyone who knew Steph liked her. Except for Samantha. She was really upset about how she won the presidential campaign. If she hurts Steph, I swear to God, I'll kill her.
You'll kill her?
Relax, it was just a joke.
Okay. So, where were you the night of the murder?
I was at Ashley's house. We were working on a project. I think it was history.
And she'll be willing to testify this?
Of course.
Alright, so can you explain why strands of your hair were found in Charlie's car?
I don't know. I'm always in his car. Plus, we've hooked up a few times.
I thought she was Stephanie's boyfriend.
Yeah, but, I I bet there's lots of people's hair in his car.
And what about your blood on the murder weapon?
Excuse me, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not going to be talking to you anymore without a lawyer.
It's fine, we have everything we need here.
Oh, what? What are you saying? Hello?
Thank you very much.
What? Oh my god, what have I done?
Hi Samantha, my name is Detective Matthew Tromanai. I work for the FBI. Do you know why you're here today?
Well, there was a girl who was murdered, and everybody thinks I did it.
Okay, so yeah, that's great. We're just here to ask you a few. Okay, so what was your relationship with Stephanie?
Well, I didn't really know her, but I was just running against her in the elections for the school. But we weren't really friends.
Alright, do you know anyone who might want to hurt her?
Like I said, Stephanie and I weren't really friends, but the couple of times I did talk to her, she was really nice. I can't see why anyone would want to hurt her. She was the new girl. She was nice.
Alright, so where were you the night of the murder?
I was babysitting at my neighbor's house. You can even ask them. You lost school.
We heard you lost. You must have been pretty upset because she's the new girl and all.
Well, obviously I was upset because I worked much harder than her. I deserved to win, but she was just more likable than me, I guess.
And we understand that you weren't very close with her.
Like I said, we weren't friends. We talked a couple of times. I didn't kill her, if that's what you're getting to. A murder charge is the last thing I need if I want to get into my Ivy school.
Alright, so that's the last of the questions. Thank you very much, Samantha. And we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hello Ashley, I'm Detective Matthew Tromanai. I work for the FBI. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. So do you know why you're here?
Because my best friend died.
And what was your relationship with her?
She was literally like a sister to me.
Do you know anyone who might have wanted to hurt Stephanie?
I bet it was Samantha. She was so pissed that she lost to Stephanie for the elections. Whoever it was is seriously messed up. I loved Steph so much. It was the hardest thing to lose her.
And where were you the night of the murder?
Claire and I were doing some homework at my house.
Okay, and can you explain why strands of your hair were found in Charlie's car?
Charlie was driving us home and I'm a girl, so my hair falls out.
Okay. Claire already told us everything. Tell us your side.
There's nothing to say.
Well, we found your fingerprints on the steering wheel of Charlie's car.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And we found Claire's blood on the murder weapon.
God, I promise it was all Claire. I was just talking to Stephanie and the next thing I know she's on the ground. I had to drive the car back to Charlie's so Claire could clean herself. I'm so sorry. I never meant for anything to happen.
All we needed. Thank you very much. And we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
There must be something in the water, and there must be something about your daughter. She said, I love ain't nothing but
How did it die?
monster.
I didn't.
My love ain't nothing
Well,
but a
until she died, but
Fuck. I thought that's why
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We can cut it out.
Yeah, so...
Oh, what the hell? Why'd you hit her? What was that for?
So do you know anyone who might want to hurt her?
Hey man, let's actually do this. We have to leave. So,
Should I
just say it.
Yeah.
You
shut up.
You can go now.
Let's stop, but just keep going, okay?
Why don't you call me?
Questions? So, what was your relationship with Samantha?
Well, I
Her name isn't Samantha.
It's okay, just keep going.
So do you have anyone who
And you know I need to get into Ivy at Western because I need to be president. That's why.
Just say yes.
Yeah.